Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing episode on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. I'm your host, Bernadette, and joining me today is Yura. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's a good day.
Okay.
Mondays are great.
Yeah. Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Yura, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. To start, can you tell us what is your story?
Oh, that's a lot. So I try to keep it short. I'm like you, a transracial adoptee. I'm a Dutch Korean adoptee, adopted to the Netherlands, and I left home when I was 17. And when I was 29 or something, I moved back to Asia, and I'm here ever since. And I moved around a lot too. So I'm a little bit of a nomad. I'm a stuck expat mom. I have to start, and I'm divorced now, so I have to start all over again in a foreign country while I'm midlife. So it's a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yura, what is your adoption story? I'm also an adoptee, and
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
always refreshing and inspiring to hear from other adoptees. Tell us more of your journey there.
right. Well, it's not that unique, I think, but I thought it was very unique. But but I didn't come into a good family at all. So I left when I was 17 and I never returned. And I think a lot of Korean adoptees around my era didn't come out right because we were somehow, right, the guinea pigs. We were one of the first. Um, there was a struggle. So I don't have a family. I'm an orphan twice.
Mm.
Mimi.
Oh, yeah,
So I met my ex when I was 28 and then we moved to Asia because I thought I would be closer to my roots. But
yeah.
that was another story as well. Yeah. But I
Mm.
was a baby when I was adopted, so I don't know nothing about Korea. But I went back, of course, for 2 years and I've lived there for 2 years. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I'm also an orphan.
Yeah.
My adoption
Ah,
story, it's just wrong. And
yeah.
I was adopted a bit much older than you were. I came here at 15. I'm in Canada.
Oh,
And it's
oh,
quite a
wow.
story. None of them are
Mm,
involved right now. Lots of
oh,
trauma. And that's why I'm
mm,
passionate to share my story. And I
right.
love that you went back to your roots. Tell us
Mm.
more about that. Have you learned
Oh.
Korean?
No, I tried to do a basic course, but gave up because it's so difficult.
Yeah.
I think because I was already older, I was over 28, going back is fantastic, beautiful, and so overwhelming, but so not what
Mm,
I was hoping for, right? Because you're just a foreigner. You feel recognized because you look Korean and people see you as Korean, but the moment you open your mouth, you're weird and then you're an outsider anyway. I tried it for 2 years and then I ran, to be
yeah.
very honest. A
Oh,
beautiful country, but difficult to live in, I think,
yeah.
as a non-Korean speaker who didn't grow up there. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, I can
Yeah.
relate.
Oh, did you
Can
go back
relate.
to yeah?
I tried to go
Oh,
back, and again,
yeah,
I opened my mouth. I'm not from
yeah,
there, and
yeah,
yeah, it's very difficult because
yeah,
we're, as adoptees, I think we try to find our identity.
yeah.
I'd love to hear identity-wise. I've had lots of crisis with mine. How do
Yeah.
you blend both cultures and yourself? Who is Yura apart from adoption
Yeah,
and being Korean? Who are you as
right.
an individual?
So it's funny. I started writing. Nobody's reading my blogs, but that's fine. And I just wrote an I just wrote an article about the geographic cure
I'll
because
read
I've
your
lived in seven
blogs.
countries.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry?
I'll read your
Yeah, I've
blogs.
lived. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's one reader. But so I love it. It's my healing. But
Yeah.
I've lived in seven countries, actually very extreme to find my identity. And then I realized slowly that the identity is in me, right? That home is in you. It took me 48 years, that's all.
Mm,
Um, so it's identity is nowhere because the thing is, and what I wrote in this article as well is that I was hoping to find home and to find my belonging, and I didn't at all moving back to Asia
mm,
because in Asia there's other discriminations going on. It's all so complicated. There's internal discrimination, right?
yeah.
For example, this is a very brutal one. I live in Singapore now, and if I say, for example, I'm Dutch, you know what they say here? You
Yeah.
can't be Dutch because you're not white.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You,
Oh,
you you don't make that up when you're in the Netherlands. You don't make that up. So there's a lot of other trauma activating and how do you say that, reliving because I just moved to Asia. It is actually very brutal.
yeah.
I sometimes I wonder where would I have been better off staying in the Netherlands or yeah, I will never know. I don't regret it, but it definitely opened up other
Yeah.
Pandora boxes. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. You're not alone. You can
Yeah.
see that, right? There are
Oh,
a
right.
bunch of adoptees who are gonna be watching this. I'm listening and enjoying this. Um,
Yeah.
that's what adoption is about,
Yeah.
regardless of where we're from, what we look like. It's
Yeah.
painful. There's a part of it that's good and healthy and not healthy. And
Yeah.
if someone's not adopted, I'm sorry, they will never understand.
They will never know.
Ever, never. You can
Never.
write to them, you can speak to them. And
Yeah.
that's why it's important for us to have conversations like this to
Right.
um to empower people because there are so many
Right.
adoptees who are so wounded, so lost, and
S-
they can't find a home in the world. And it's very,
Yeah.
very hard.
It's very, very brutal. And I think for you as well, for me, it was you call it a transracial adoption, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
my parents are white. I think there's another layer of issues coming on top of that, and people just don't
yeah,
get that. It's
yeah,
so much. It starts with birth. It
yeah.
starts, I remember, for example, looking in a mirror when I was 12 years old and I thought, I
Mm,
look weird. I still think I look weird, but you know what I mean? Because white people all around me for the first 12 years of my life. I think I saw an Asian person for the first time when I was 22, when I
oh,
was in college.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was from that classic white little religious village where I was the only Asian, and I think it's not good. It
Hmm.
just you start out with a lot of identity issues and yeah, that you look at yourself different than you are, and it's yeah, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm. Oh,
the
I
whole
do. I do.
story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was adopted by a Canadian white family here, and I
Mm-hmm.
did spend lots of time there and in the community wherever they were. I'm like, I stood out and I don't like it. I like to blend in sometimes,
Yeah.
especially around that age. So definitely,
Yeah.
definitely makes sense. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
what would you say to people, let's say that are in the same situation that you're in, that are Korean or Asian? Even to me, I'll take whatever advice you have to share. Transracial
Right.
adoption. What would you
Oh,
say
yeah.
to us to continue to heal all the wounds and trauma?
Oh, well, it's a lifelong journey.
Hmm.
Oh, I think it is good to go back to your roots. I don't regret that part. To somehow see how it would have been like, but you never know because you see it from an outsider and not from the inside. But I would definitely advise that at first. And then please go into therapy and meet other adoptees. Yeah, meet other adoptees. And
Yeah.
I think there is no shortcut. It is not that you then move back to Korea or wherever you're from and that you, oh, that's then, I think it's a lifelong journey and then finding your identity in the not identity that you have. And it's a lot of acceptance, I think, and following your own path. I think a lot of people, when I listen to your podcast, a lot of people say that, and I agree that
Hmm.
there's no comparison. Stop with the comparison because you're kind of a unique little bubble between all the other bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and embracing that. I slowly embrace my weirdness because I'm a little different here. I am, right? People tell me here, oh, and they say, oh, you're adopted. Oh, and I tell a little bit my parents are white, and then they say, oh, that's such an interesting life story. And I think if you only knew, it's not so,
Yeah.
it's just one big trauma. No, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Follow your own path, and I think it helps to be a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I'm spiritual. I'm not a believer, but I'm a little. What
Mm,
is identity? What does it actually mean to have a self? Is it maybe a little fluid? Does it matter? Does
mm,
it matter? I'm there now to slowly, man, this
mm,
is it.
Yeah.
Hey, because the Netherlands is not my home anymore as well after 16 years
Mm,
in Asia. You know what I mean? It's not, it's just, I accept the fact that I'm at home nowhere.
mm. A
That's very
nomad,
sad, but
nomad.
it,
That's how I
yeah,
feel.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. A
I
nomad at heart.
yes,
In
yes.
my, yeah,
Yeah, I don't like staying in one place, even if I'm
no,
not physically moving. I'm constantly
yeah,
doing stuff. I'm occupying my hands. I'm painting. I'm
yeah,
podcasting. Because
yeah,
if I don't
yeah,
stay busy, I will go crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Much.
yes. And I try to do that a little less, because I was running around like crazy, and especially after my divorce, hysterical.
Mm,
If I
mm,
think about the last 5 years, hysterical. And I
mm,
also have a daughter, just kept going out and all the dating apps, in my 40s, why not? And slowly I'm slowing down. I'm actually going the other way. I'm way more alone than I ever was, and
mm,
slowly being more okay with that instead of running, yeah, wanting to run all the time. Because I physically did that for like 15 years. It's
mm.
exhausting.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, good to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me, the more running I've done is that I realize I can't run away from my own feet. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
saying or a quote about that.
Yeah.
The more running I did, the more
Yeah.
exhausting it became. So I had to slow down and rest. And I don't like the quiet. I think most people don't because it forces them
Yeah.
to reflect. And that's
Yes.
also painful because what are we reflecting on?
Yes. And I try to do that a little bit more lately. I think I have to. I Because otherwise I keep running,
Yeah.
and then to sit with that pain, right? I'm sure you've heard this before. To sit with that pain. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
You know, I I'm in training to become a counselor, and if I ever help other people, I know the pain. I will never speak very lightly about it because man,
Yeah. Yeah.
I do everything to avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you're training to become a counselor because you'll have
Mm.
so much depth and things to share and help
Right.
your clients about. Yeah, that's
Right.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah.
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 So you write blogs, you said in the beginning. What do you write
Yeah.
about?
Well, I just wrote a few articles. I wrote about loneliness and about the geographic cure and about being a stuck expat mom. And
Mm,
like a lot of people who went abroad in like the early 2000s, they're divorced now and they're kind of stuck because their child grew up here and their exes say, no, you cannot go back home because I'm fine here with my new girlfriend. And
mm,
then we're stuck. So I wrote about that. I wrote about the realities of divorce abroad and about making or not making friends when you're abroad, because that's a whole other thing as well. So
oof.
about, yeah, about being yeah, kind of a stuck expat mom
Yeah.
starting over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make friends, isn't it?
Oh, and people, I just sometimes I think people also they know the idea of making friends, but they don't want to work for it or something. Am I
Mm,
really that old that I remember how to make friends and that people don't know it anymore?
mm,
It's shocking.
yeah.
I really mean that. How difficult that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate. It's even harder as adults to make friends. Like, how do you even make friends as adults? What do you talk about?
Yes, and I don't know how people filter. I was ghosted by two women this year, and I mean, it's
Oh,
just, I did everything was fine.
yeah.
I've got the feeling that people, it's not the age, I think, but I think that people are so distracted now.
Hmm.
There's
Hmm.
so much.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to connect with somebody, you have to put effort and time. And there's some kind of mindfulness involved now. You have to kind of think of that person. Hey, she talked about she loved rooftop bars. Maybe we can go there next time. You have to be a
Hmm.
little
Yeah.
more than shallow.
Yeah.
And I find, especially in expat worlds, like in the countries where I've lived in, man, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's connecting through social media these days. Those are great,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think way before we had any types of social media,
Yeah.
people were connecting in person. It's very different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And what I find, especially in cities like Singapore, everybody loves group settings.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of social groups, but if you then somehow want to connect individually, that's then very hard or something. And I don't get it. I'm
It,
not a group person, so I'm kind of like, oh, so they have to go to the group to see her again. It's really
mm.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's weird. Yeah. Yeah. I just become my own friend and I'm
Yeah,
living my best life because at the end
yeah,
of the day, I think so many of us feel misunderstood, no matter how much effort we put out, no matter what
yeah,
we do, what we say, how we say it, there will
yeah,
always be a little room for judgment from other people, even
yeah,
from ourselves if
yeah.
we allow it. So, yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that women overall, if they want to make friends, it cannot be too difficult because everybody's overloaded with their own issues. So
Yeah.
if I mention something like I'm a stuck expat mom, ooh, that's all very sensitive and difficult. Let's go back to the cakes and the champagne.
Yeah.
I exaggerate a little bit, but I have the feeling sometimes it's like this a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It can be to go deep and to connect. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what are the languages that you speak?
I was just Dutch and English.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started speaking English when I was like 33. And
Oh.
sometimes people laugh at me, oh, you sound really Dutch. And I think I am Dutch, but nobody gets it, here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a
yeah.
sister in Belgium. She was adopted as a
Ah,
baby. And
ah,
yeah, she was. Yeah. Yeah. And it's very hard to understand her. I don't know what they speak there. Is it Dutch in Belgium? I don't know,
b-
German,
um, yeah, Dutch or
English.
French.
Oh,
Does
okay. So
she's,
hers is Dutch or something interesting there. So
yeah,
I'm trying to talk to her in English. It's coming along. It's just very
yeah,
hard to understand her. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It took me a while too, because we only speak Dutch. We lie a little bit about it, but we speak Dutch in the
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, not English. Oops.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you working on? Are there projects you're working on? Things you're looking forward to accomplishing soon?
Yeah, yeah, I just finished my postgrad counseling and I'm actually waiting to start my master's in May. I'm kind of an in-between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I would love to start my master's. It's only 1 year,
Hmm.
and I would hope I would want to live in Bangkok or something and then work for myself. That would be a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying my dream out loud now. That would be a dream.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Um, is there
yeah.
anything else you'd like to talk about that we didn't talk about yet?
No, no, I think we talked about a lot of stuff already. Yeah, I wanted to connect with you because you're also a transracial adoptee, and I think it's just very unique.
Yeah.
We are very unique.
Oh,
And
we
I
are.
think there are less and less of us. I've got to, you know, that if I, yeah, because I live in Asia and I have to tell this weekly because I meet a lot of people on a weekly basis. Nobody knows it, huh? It's a very, it's starting to become very 70s, 80s, 90s maybe.
Mm.
When were you adopted?
Uh, 2000s?
Oh, wow.
Early
Okay.
2000s. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if I talk to younger people, they have no idea what it is. I have to really explain it. So we are dying breath, I've got the feeling.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's as common in the part of the world that you're in. I know for sure in Canada and the States, it's very
Very
common to
common.
talk about adoption more and more.
Oh,
And
okay.
I hope it becomes more common where you are. It is a term that people know, but it somehow it's taboo, which it shouldn't be,
Yeah.
because lots
But
of
is it
people get
taboo?
adopted. Sometimes it's taboo, like taboo is something that you talk about that people get or don't get. It's weird or misunderstood, like adoption.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see. I think I have a few questions for you as we wrap up. The first one is,
Oh,
what is the meaning of life for you?
oh. I think that life itself doesn't really have a lot of meaning. I'm
Mm,
that type, but I believe that it's the meaning you give yourself.
yeah,
And yeah, the meaning is to have the best life
I agree.
and love the people dear nearest to you the most and
Mhm.
do whatever you want to do and don't compare yourself with others and follow
Yeah,
your own path. That's my meaning now.
yeah. Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yura,
Yeah.
are you connecting with people or no? Let me know because sometimes I have guests. People may want to connect with them, ask them questions. If so, how
Ah,
can people find you?
well, I have LinkedIn page
Okay.
with like
Okay.
60 connections, so please connect with me. That would be nice.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
It's the name Yura Boersma, my last name.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
I think I'm the only one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for coming on the podcast. And I'm excited to maybe in the future hear from you of the amazing work that you're about to do. So thank you.
Oh, who knows? Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. You're welcome.